So here we go. On time, we make our way to the clinic. As we check in, I look over the other people in the reception room. They're a quiet group overall. Everyone's older than me except for a few who I guess are caregivers for their aged parents. Jane and I are separated. We are each interviewed by a psychologist, and we are both asked about my skills of daily living. How am I doing at dressing myself, eating, getting myself to the toilet? Any car crashes or other trauma lately? If this is how they decide if I have a serious medical condition, I'm probably in the clear. Then I'm told there will be an hour-long neurological exam to test my cognitive and memory abilities. Okay, this is when I rise and shine. I've always been a good tester in school, and now I'm feeling pretty confident about this one, clearly a major part of the assessment. The test is when they sort me. Ace it then. This I can do. These are my skills. Sure enough, it's easy, mostly. What am I holding? That's a pen. What is the weather today? What season is this? Really? This stuff is what they post on the walls for the droolers in so-called nursing homes. How about, what am I doing here? How about something at least a little challenging? Copy this drawing. Easy. And this one? Easy. And this one? Easy. And this one? Still easy, but getting harder. And this one? Easy, but... And this one? Uh-oh. Impossibly 3D, all this detail. Shit, it takes me 3 tries to get even close. After a few more hard ones, now draw a clock. Ha! I'm ready for this. I've learned that Alzheimer's people can't draw clocks for anything, and I'd practiced at home. Absolutely no sweat. Now, how about some extra credit for confidence and speed? Do I really need to be here? She wants to know what this phrase means. People in glass houses shouldn't throw stones. I'm sorely tempted to tell her one of my favorite jokes, the one about the Jungle King that ends tragically. People in grass houses shouldn't stow thrones. But something tells me this is not a great time to be a wise-ass. After all, she is trying to evaluate my brain. I don't want her taking points off for a bad attitude. Soon the test is almost over. My tester, a.k.a. staff psychometrist, tells me a long, involved story with numerous characters having numerous adventures that gets more and more long and involved. Of course, I'm expected to repeat it all back. Then a long list of numbers to memorize. More and more until I'm falling on my face in frustration. For a break, I get to count backward from 100 by sevens. Next, I'm instructed to fold a piece of paper lengthwise, set it on the floor, then pick it up and place it on the desk. And for a grand finale, she wants to hear me tell her back her convoluted story of 15 minutes ago. Ouch.
The diagnosis. The results of your PET scan are consistent with early-stage Alzheimer's disease, says Dr. P, soothingly and solemnly. Thank God, I say to myself, I am not going crazy. There is something wrong with Sky. I place my hand on Sky's arm and watch his deer-in-the-headlights look blossom. These words might be soothing to me, but they sure as hell aren't soothing to Sky. He claims he remembers little from that day, but with significant short-term memory loss, what can you expect? Can't say as I remember that much either. Some questions and answers between Sky and the doctor. No, we can't predict anything. Probably you have 6 to 8 good years, maybe more, maybe less. Not really answers then, mostly statements that could be said to anyone. Some discussion of medications, pros and cons, and whether it's worth trying one. Then we leave. We leave to go home, holding hands on the way to the car. In the car before Sky starts driving and most of the way home. Luckily, it's not far. Sky makes 3 phone calls, to his oldest friend, to his sister, and then to his daughter. He will tell his son later that day when his son gets home from work.